In the darkest nights, we find our light. Battered souls, but we won't lose sight. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, we stand tall. United forever. Strength and courage will overcome. Oh, surviving together, victorious, never, never alone. Hand in hand, we'll face the unknown.
We see you, we hear you, and we believe you. Hey, everyone. How you doing today? I know the lighting's not so great, because I'm down on my couch. I know somebody said that they thought I wasn't going live today. No, I just postponed it by 30 minutes because I had to spend some time Christmas Eve with my son. So Merry Christmas Eve to everyone that pertains to. I am talking today. First off, welcome. You've landed at Surviving Together, a safe space for trauma survivors to connect and build community on their healing journey, as well as providing trauma-related education for all. Today, I wanted to talk about letting go. Letting go of negative thoughts, letting go of feelings that don't serve us anymore. We got the end of 2025 here, and next Wednesday is New Year's Eve. So I thought that would be a good time to talk about, goals. So talk today a little bit about letting go of stuff. Next Wednesday, we'll talk about what we want to do moving forward. I got some big changes here at home, and I've got some things that I've been having to think about a lot with this last week or so. Um, it's going to be a big change for me coming up with my home situation. So I am sorry about that, guys. Um, come here. Come here. No, sit.
What's up?
Come sit for a second.
Okay.
Come sit for a second.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, so this is I want to get that light out of the way. Sorry, we're making do. Um, so this is my big change. My son has just bought his first house,
Hell yeah.
and he's going to be moving out next month. So that means the kitty cats are going to be moving out as well. So this is
Crazy.
my big let go, right? This is my this is the last of it, and I'm extremely proud of him. I I couldn't ask for more.
Thank you.
You've done awesome.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. I love you so much.
Love you too.
So, all my spare furniture and all the coffee mugs that I don't want, guess who's getting them? You can put them on the other side of the duplex. But he bought a duplex, guys. It's really smart, so he can rent out the other part of it. And, if he wants to move on eventually, he'll have a rental property that he can keep and rent both of the sides.
That's
So
what's up.
yeah, very proud of him. It's a smart move. And despite everything, all the challenges you faced growing up and my failures as a mom growing up, you've turned out pretty damn good.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep going. You're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah,
Make a lot of money.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being such a wonderful son.
Thank you. You know, today at work, I heard you're like, "Oh, happy holidays, guys." My boss, he was like, "Merry Christmas, guys. Go home at 1." I'm like, "Can you at least say Happy Hanukkah for me?"
He works in a welding shop. They have colorful language. Nice.
I love
Well, Hanukkah's over, so
that we had the date was like Hanukkah already ended, bitch.
all right.
Thanks, guys.
All right. So you guys get to watch this on replay. I know that it looks like you thought that I wasn't going on. That community post, Crystal, was for last week that I wasn't doing a live. Um, Today I just needed to push it back a half an hour, so was still doing live. So you guys can catch everything on replay. But let's talk a little bit about letting go. I mean, how do we do that? It's really, it can be really difficult, especially if there's things that we feel guilty about or that we feel shameful. You know, first and foremost, you need to look inside yourself and you need to acknowledge what it is that is holding you back. Or what do you need to let go, and be specific. And I really encourage you to either write about it or at least write it down, because if it's something important enough that you want to let go in order to move forward in your life, I think having a reminder is extremely important.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
I think a really great one for me is just suppress all your emotions and stop caring about anything.
Go away.
No, I'm serious. I do that all the time.
Okay.
And then you lock in.
Okay. All right.
Might
So
help some people. Stop caring so.
I would argue suppressing your feelings is unhealthy, but he's young and to learn. So
Y'all just don't got emotion.
when we're looking at ourselves and when we're looking at the things that we need to let go, we need to look at them with a really objective eye. We can't put our judgment in there. We need to take the guilt out of it. We need to take the shame out of it and put down in front of you what are you going to let go? Um, you know, I struggle with focus. My anxiety is such that I have trouble focusing on difficult tasks for long periods of time. And the guilt and the shame that I feel over that and how it affects my work is something that I need to let go. And that is one of the things that is on my list of things to let go. Those negative feelings. Um, you have to be kind with yourself. It is really hard to let go of negative thoughts, negative feelings, people, if we still attach and are still holding on to that negative stuff, because it tethers us to those thoughts, to those emotions. And we really need to separate it. Hey, Body, how you doing? Thank you. We had a good Hanukkah. I did take some video. My son has it on his phone though. I need to get him to send it over to me so that I can post it. But I did get a candle lighting on the fifth day of Hanukkah with my mom and I. So thank you for saying that, because that reminds me that I need to get him to send that over. And Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates, and Happy Kwanzaa to those people who celebrate that. Happy holidays if you don't. We've got New Year's coming up anyway. I just, I wish the best for everybody. What else do we need to think about? we When we're looking at things that we need to let go, a lot of that is often can be things that we can't change. So when we're looking at things to let go, those things that keep us where we're at, that prevent us from moving forward in our life. We need to look at this and say, is this something that I can change? In my case, I can't change the fact that my son is moving out. And I have to let him grow. I have to cut that last little apron string. And that's really hard because I'm not ready for him to go yet. I'm extremely proud of him. I prepared myself for him maybe going in 4 or 5 or 6 months, but this particular house opportunity came up rather suddenly, and it was the right thing for him at this time. In regards to things like with my work, I can change how much I work. At least I think I can. I need to let go of the negativeness that I attach to that, the shame and the guilt. And what I need to also look at seriously is if I try for a month, really super try, and I still can't do what I want, reach my goal in terms of work, I need to look at myself and I need to look at whether this then is something that I truly can change. It may be because of where I'm at this point in time that working 3/4 time is my max. I may have to accept that about myself. I'm not ready to do so. And, in 3 weeks, it's just going to be me here. I won't have anybody else helping out with the bills. So it's either do or die, right? In terms of being here and being able to support myself. And if I can't, I'm gonna have to be really honest with myself. And that may mean a major change for me. But instead of spinning my wheels and just kicking myself over and over again, if I can't meet that goal, I may have to go back to the doctor and say, listen, this may be my limit. Maybe I need to apply for disability. I don't know. I don't know. in terms of dealing with my trauma, I'm in a good place. Um, but I know with my depression and my anxiety, um, it still affects me and I'm still on medication. I'd still love to get off of it. Um, I'd love to try some microdosing, to be honest. But I have to be off the medication in order to do that. So for me, it's kind of a catch 22. Um, I would have to have everything lined up, be certain that that's what I want, and have everything lined up with the microdosing in order to suffer a few weeks with being off medication. Um, if going scaling back and everything once I get to zero, if I'm not feeling that great. So it may be a tough few weeks that I would have. I don't know. That's something that I need to think about. Um, but here's my question for you guys. What can you let go of? What prevented you from moving forward this year? What can you leave behind in 2025? Drop a comment if you feel comfortable. Even if you don't want to share what it is, you can say, yeah, I've got some stuff that I can leave behind. Let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to see. By the way, hit that like button if you haven't already. That really helps with the algorithms. I always forget to mention that, so I'm just going to do it now as I'm talking. What are some of the other things that we can do in terms of, or that we need to think about when we're thinking about letting go? Well, some of two really big things. One is we often hear about visualizing our goals, right? Thinking about ourselves in that job that we want or in that house that we want, but we can also visualize letting go. What would it look like if I let go of this feeling or that person or that connection? And you can visualize the actual letting go of it. And you can also visualize what it is that you would do if you didn't have that block, if you didn't have that obstacle. Hey, Crystal, how you doing tonight? Thank you. I just actually washed it today. Yay! I took a shower, I washed it. As you guys know, I had to cancel Saturday's live. I was so sick. I had not been feeling great last week. And then Friday night, my head just totally filled up and I could not breathe. I didn't even sleep Friday night at all. I didn't actually sleep until Saturday night. Mm. So I was like, there was just no way. I was trying to go live Saturday. I postponed putting a post up and saying that I was canceling it to like the last minute. I think I canceled it at like 2 and right. And I normally go on at 3 and I just couldn't do it. So finally feeling better. Little bit of sinus pressure, but that's because Michigan's weather has been oh so awesome lately. Our weather has been up and down and up and down. It was 20, it was 50, it was 30. It's been everywhere. So I've woken up with migraines the last couple of mornings, but it's because of the weather. There's just absolutely nothing I can do about it. So hoping that that will get better. But back to what we can do with letting go. beyond visualization, really focusing on the present, practicing mindfulness, living in the now, really trying to have your actions and your thoughts match up with what you want it to look like having let that thing go. So when I start getting those feelings of guilt and shame, non focus, I'm actually trying to visualize just pushing them away and just and letting that go. In terms of my son, I'm literally visualizing a snip of that apron string, of that tether. My love tether to him is still there, right? And will always be there because he'll always be my baby. But my job is done in terms of really raising him. I'll always be there for guidance to help him because that's what a parent does. But it's his time to fly. So in that respect, that is he is that person that I'm letting go. And that's really hard. It is actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. I don't have any doubt that he can take care of himself. I don't have any doubt that he is going to do wonderful. And if you can hear him screaming downstairs, I apologize. um, but there's something about it, I think parents, you can sympathize with me that there's just that point of going, yeah, I'm not needed like I was. My role in his life is totally changed. And that's hard. I just sat and cried yesterday, to be honest with you, last night when I got the final news. I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew he was looking at the house. I knew that but they had the inspection and the inspection went well. And that was the last little piece that needed. And as happy, obviously, as I am for him and as proud of him as I am, um, it's a loss. And I needed to allow myself to kind of grieve that. Crystal, I'll be around. I mean, I've got things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be at my parents' for a while tomorrow, but just send a text or whatever, and we can coordinate a time. So, in letting go and being letting go of those things that are keeping us from moving forward, think about if I let this thing go, where am I going to? What is it holding me back from? And look at that next step. You may, like I did, need a period of grieving if it's, say a loss of a connection or a friendship. Um, or a family member that you've decided to disconnect from. I had to have that little grieving period as kind of my way of closing that chapter. And so you may need some closure for yourself. And whether that is just sitting with your thoughts with it, whether it's writing down in a journal, whether it is, crying like I did, or simply imagining closing the gates on something. Figure out what it is for you that resonates in terms of that closure. I'm still working through that with my other issue. Um, and I think I probably will be between now and the end of the year. But as I'm letting go of all that negative stuff, it's freeing me to move forward, to take the next step. And so look at what is that next step? We've talked about setting goals here before, so I'm not going to go through all of, going to go through all of it. We'll talk a little bit about that next week since we'll be entering 2025. And I hope that you guys have then thought about those things that you can let go. Um, are there experiences, thoughts, feelings that have occurred, whether it's just in this year or it's been, something that's been plaguing you for years? What can you leave in 2025? Because we all need to be looking towards something in 2026. You know, I've mapped out kind of the direction of the channel that I want to go in, the things that I want to do with the channel. You know that I've been working hard behind the scenes with this human trafficking series that I want to do and lining up everybody for that and getting the pre interviews done. And January 11th is Human Trafficking Day, actually. So I hope to be able to announce the full series then and who's going to be guesting at what and what dates. Um, so I'm getting people locked in over the next 3 weeks and kind of mapped out the rest of what I want 2026 to look like for the channel. But if you guys have any ideas, if you have a direction or a subject, even if it's just a single subject, or if it's a subject that could use a series, if it's a big thing, let me know. I'd be really interested to hear from you because this is why I'm here. I'm here for you. And I'd love to hear if there's anything that you guys would be interested in having me cover. I'm happy to put it down on my list and, consider putting it on. Hey, Rick, how are you doing? Remember, now you can get your game on. Rev, rev. There you go. When we let go of those things that are holding back, boom, we can move forward. Subject motorcycles and appearance were, yeah, and my son's got two of them, right? He's gonna be trying to sell one of them in the spring, but for now he's got the two, but only the one that he rides. So yeah, I do worry, and I'll always worry. He's my baby. He's my baby. What else can we talk about in terms of letting go? I think I mentioned being patient with yourself, right? Give yourself grace. If you see yourself thinking those thoughts again or feeling those feelings, um, allow yourself that moment. and celebrate any progress that you do make. Just like with setting any sort of goal, letting go, it's a goal, right? Our goal is to let go. So anytime we're able to not have those thoughts or feelings, or we have a day where we're actually moving forward and doing something that thought or feeling or person would have held us back from, celebrate it. Whether that's just a fist pump, or whether it's a chocolate chip cookie or a tub of ice cream, and whatever your celebration is, make it a big deal, because it is. So celebrate every little step that you make moving forward. That's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Shorter live. It is Christmas Eve. I've got some last minute wrapping to do still to get ready for tomorrow. I hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful day tomorrow, if you're going to be spending it with family, or if, even if you're not. If you don't celebrate Christmas, just hope you have a great day. But I will be back on Saturday, and I don't have a topic picked yet for this Saturday. But next week we'll be talking a little bit about goal setting, about thinking forward, thinking about 2026. So start thinking about what you want in your 2026, because we're going to be talking about it next week. Um, Still feeling a little under the weather. It was a real busy day, and so I'm pretty tired right now. So I'm probably going to be going to bed fairly early, but that's okay. Santa will come in the morning then, right? I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. If you're spending it with family, friends, or even if you're just having a tub of ice cream by yourself, please remember, you are worthy, you are valuable, and you are loved just the way you are, for who you are. Giant hugs and love for me, guys. Thank you all for being here and for supporting me this year. It means the world to me. Don't be sad, be proud. He's prepared for life from the work that you did. Yeah. Thank you, Rick. I am. I could not be prouder for him. Um, I needed to grieve that period, right? I needed to grieve the it's not innocence so much as, just changing chapter. I am gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss these kitty cats. I'm not sure if I can afford to get 2 more, because I would never just get 1. After having 2 cats and having them be able to play with each other, when you're not around or whatnot, I'd never just get 1 cat again. I'd always get 2. Um, so we'll just have to see how the next few months goes. But I may find myself adopting a couple of fur babies. We'll see. We'll see. My son can become a more frequent visitor than he knows. We'll, yeah, I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss them a lot. But anyway, you guys have a great night, and I will see you Saturday at 3 p.m. Hugs and love from me. Surviving together, never alone. Bye, guys.
Through the fire, through the rain, walked through endless pain, but we stand, we rise again. Stronger now, we break the chain. Surviving together, hearts open wide, lifting each other through every tide. The past may have shaped us, but it won't define. Together we heal, together we shine. Every tear, every scar tells the story of who we are. Not just survivors, but warriors too. With love as our armor, we see this through. We see you, we hear you, and we believe in you. Surviving together, hearts open wide, lifting each other through every tide. The past may have shaped us, but it won't define. Together we heal, together we shine. We see you, we hear